dear comrades and friends, these 4 years, particularly since the return of the BJP to form the government in 2019, India has been subjected to the aggressive pursuit of the Hindutva agenda of the fascistic RSS. The BJP government is adopted a multi-pronged attack in pursuit of this agenda, and the aggressive neoliberal reforms that it is pursuing, which is strengthening the communal corporate nexus that we spoke of in our 22nd Party Congress, which is brazenly promoting crony capitalism with the wholesale loot of our national assets, is legalizing political corruption and simultaneously imposing a full-fledged authoritarianism and authoritarian state apparatus with the complete attack on the democratic rights and civil liberties of individuals that are guaranteed by the Constitution. What we therefore see is the undermining of the Indian Constitution and change the character of the Indian Republic. All the 4 fundamental pillars, foundational pillars of the Indian Constitution, that is secular democracy, federalism, social justice, and economic sovereignty. Every single of these fundamental pillars is under assault today. The implementation of the fascistic RSS agenda of their Hindutva Rashtra requires a unitary state structure, which is completely contradictory to the federal state structure that is given in our Indian Constitution. So, to achieve this objective, they are simultaneously undermining, that is the government, BJP government, undermining the independence and authority of every single institution created by the Indian Constitution. Beginning from the Parliament itself, laws are made without any discussion whatsoever. The judiciary, the election commission, the CBI, the ED, every one of these independent institutions, their independence is being compromised, and there is a determined attempt also in this process to aggressively carry forward this agenda while not paying any concern whatsoever to the problems that people are facing. There's no question of any relief to all the mishandling of the COVID pandemic by this central government. We have seen the manner in which corpses have floated on rivers like the Ganga, but the concern for people's livelihood, their growing unemployment, their hunger, their poverty, none of that has any priority with this government. On the contrary, today I think is the 14th time that the price of petrol has been hiked, petrol and diesel. You have this constant daily rises in the prices leading to a galloping inflation, which is compounding the miseries of the people. But at the same time, when they are ruining the lives of the majority of our people, pursuing this direction of undermining our Constitution and its independent institutions, it has succeeded, which we must recognize, in creating an overarching Hindutva identity in our country, which is the mainstay, that is the sharpening of communal polarization through the spread of hatred and violence, polarizing the Indian society. This sharpening of communal polarization is the main stay for their political and electoral mobilization. That reality we must recognize. So therefore, under these circumstances, it is essential that the BJP has to be isolated and defeated in order to strengthen the people's struggles for a better life, to safeguard the secular democratic character of the Indian Republic and the Indian Constitution. Isolating the BJP cannot be achieved only electorally, but it will have to be undertaken by conducting sustained efforts in the political, ideological and cultural social spheres. This 23rd Party Congress will discuss the concrete steps that need to be undertaken to strengthen the struggle against this Hindutva agenda. The foremost task before us in this Congress, therefore, is to focus on substantially increasing the independent strength of the CPIM and its political intervention capacities. On this basis, to strengthen the unity of the left forces, sharpening class and mass struggles. And on that basis of these struggles, to forge the unity of left and democratic forces on the basis of an alternative program, which will be the alternative to the ruling bourgeois landlord classes. And in order to defeat the BJP, to forge the broadest possible front of all secular forces against Hindutva communalism. These four measures are the direction in which we'll concretize in this Congress deliberations, how we'll proceed on this basis. And therefore, the CPIM appeals to all left secular democratic forces to come together in order to isolate and defeat the BJP. All political parties that proclaim secularism must rise to the occasion to discharge this patriotic duty. The Congress party, along with some other regional parties, must set their houses in order and decide where they stand to safeguard the secular democratic character of the Indian Republic. Prevarications, compromising attitudes towards communalism can only lead, as experience has shown, to an exodus from such parties towards the communal forces. Hindutva communalism can only be combated by championing uncompromising secularism. And that is a point that must be underlined in today's context to strengthen the struggle to meet the challenges that we face. Comrades, we are meeting in Kerala today, where the CPIM-led LDF government have shown the way to uncompromisingly uphold secularism, respecting equality, irrespective of caste, creed, or gender, while at the same time seeking to implement pro-people policies as the alternative to the neoliberal agenda. The results are there for all to see, with the world today acclaiming Kerala's high-ranking human development indices, and this achievement has been on the basis of these principles of upholding secularism, respecting equality, and with a pro-people policy alternative. The CPIM shall resolve to strengthen the efforts for building a strong Communist Party, stronger left unity, and forging of a left democratic front. We seek the cooperation of the Indian people and appeal to all Indian patriots to jointly resolve to safeguard our constitutional republic, strengthen the struggles for an alternative pro-people policies, and by forging the broadest front of secular forces against Hindutva communalism. Comrades and friends, we are meeting on a day 32 years ago. We lost one of our veteran communists, one of our Navaratnas, Comrade B.T. Randive. On this day, 32 years ago, we recollect his memory, his contributions to the revolutionary cause, and the inspiration continues to remain in order to advance. Along with all the martyrs that we have remembered today, all the martyrs of the past that Comrade Reception Committee Chairman Pinarayi Vijayan's speech referred to, and along with all those who have sacrificed to create a better India, we are determined as the CPIM to carry forward this struggle. Finally, comrades, we are very happy and we salute, in fact, around 37 fraternal parties internationally so far who've sent their messages, fraternal messages of solidarity to us. We consider this as very important in today's conjuncture because, as all the developments have shown, there's no answer to the people's problems, to the economic crisis, or to efforts to create a better world under capitalism, particularly under capitalism with a neoliberal trajectory. The only alternative is socialism, And we are committed that that political alternative of socialism has to be strengthened. And we assure all these parties who have sent us their fraternal greetings that we send back our fraternal solidarity to all of you to strengthen the political alternative in your countries, while we shall strive to strengthen it in our country, because the future, the one only future that human civilization can ever have is that of socialism, and we shall march towards that socialism, strengthening ourselves. So that is the message we want to convey to these parties, and I thank you all for coming and joining us in this inaugural session. My red salutes to all of you.